Hey there, 4th grade. One last add and subtract fractions lessons today. We're going to keep on adding and subtracting fractions, but we're going to kind of integrate them into problems that have other steps other than adding and subtracting the fractions as well. So go ahead and make this the title on your next free page in your math notebook, and when you have done so, unpause, mark your page, close your notebook, and give me lots of concentration. So we've been adding and subtracting mixed numbers and fractions for quite some time now. We've had several strategies we've used. We've used an arithmetic strategy. So something like, when we would do these. And we had a strategy to do that way. We also use models. So that would be, kind of drawing strategies. And those are very helpful sometimes. And we also use number lines. And all those are great strategies to help you add and subtract mixed numbers and fractions in a way that is reliable and will get you where you need to go. So today I want to integrate adding and subtracting fractions into problems that have you add and subtract fractions and do something else as well. So let's take a look at a question like this. It says, Gladys and Leslie decide to sell slime at a festival. Gladys has made 1 3/4 pounds of blue slime. Leslie has made 2 1/4 pounds of pink slime. They plan to sell the slime for $35 per pound. How much money can they expect to make if they sell all their slime? Alright, a lot going on in that problem, right? So let's start thinking my way through it. Sometimes when problems have a lot of numbers like this, it's tempting to just kind of like guess what to do or just kind of start before we're ready. So I want to make sure I think through what is happening in this problem before I start working on it with the numbers. So lots of times what I like to do when I have clearly a several step problem is I like to ignore the numbers, almost like scribble them out, and then kind of decide what I'm going to do without the numbers and then put the numbers back in. So as I think this through, like Gladys has some slime. Gladys is blue. And then Leslie has some slime. And they made pink slime. They plan to sell the slime for some money, right? How much money can they expect to make? So it sounds to me like they're going to kind of combine their slime and then sell their slime for a certain price. So this is kind of what's going to happen. So I'm going to combine that, they're going to take Gladys' slime, Leslie's slime, put them together, and then they're going to sell the slime and make some money. So the final thing I'm going to find is how much money. That's the question I'm trying to find. So after they sell it, how much money will they make? That's really the problem I'm trying to solve. So here's this deal. So now when I do that, I like to do that because I like to think about the problem without the numbers. Because then when I put the numbers, now it's easy to tell what to do. It can be kind of hard to tell what to do if you're dealing with the numbers and the process at the same time. So I like to do that. So now I'm going to erase my scribble out. And I'm going to see how this goes. So Gladys had 1 3/4 pounds. And Leslie had 2 1/4 pounds. And we're going to put those together to get some slime here. So the first thing I need to do is put those together. I have 3 strategies to do that. I have the model, I have the number line, and I have arithmetic. I prefer the model strategy, so that's what I'm going to do here. So let me do Gladys is in blue. Colors are great when you're combining fractions. They really show like what was what to start with. So Gladys has 1 whole pound and 3/4 of another pound. Leslie, in pink, switch colors, has 2 whole pounds and 1/4 of a pound. Look at that, I conveniently have 1/4 of a pound here. So all together, I can see that they have 4 pounds of slime. That's how much they have together, 4 pounds. So last thing they do, they plan to sell the slime for $35 per pound, and they have 4 pounds. So $35 per pound times 4 is what I need to solve. I'm going to use an area model to do that. 4 times 35. 4 times 3 is 12. And then there's a 0 from the 30. 4 times 5 is 20. And it looks like altogether, if they sell these 4 pounds for $35 each, they can expect to make $140. Go Gladys and Leslie. I hope they make every penny. So that's a multi-step fraction problem. We had to add and subtract fractions in there, but then we also had to do something else. Okay? So let's do another one together. Open up your math notebook. And it's a long problem to write down. I apologize. So I'll pause for a moment. You can pause the video here and write the problem down, and then we'll work it together. Okay. So Cameron and Marco need to make $45 make $45 each to go on their trip. They decide to sell popsicles to raise the money. They make, excuse me, 4/8 of a tray of grape popsicles. I'm going to need some colors here, so I'm going to switch straight to purple for grape. 4/8 of a tray of grape popsicles. This is 3 5/8 trays of cherry popsicles, which, let's face it, are probably red. And 2 1/8 trays of orange popsicles. That's my favorite flavor. Okay, so there's my fraction work. They need to make $45 each to sell. They think they can sell each 1/8 of a tray for $2. Will they make enough money to go on the trip? Whew, okay. This is a complicated question, huh? So, off we go. Let me see if I can shrink that. Is that possible? It's not. So I'll just move it up out of the way a little more. Alright, so again, first thing I like to do is I like to try to set up the problem without any numbers in it. Almost make it like I don't know the numbers. I know you've already seen them. But let's just pretend we can't see the numbers. So they need to make a certain amount of money, all right, to go on the trip. Actually, they each need to make a certain amount of money, so I might do 2 of those. So they're gonna sell grape popsicles, cherry popsicles, and orange popsicles. It might be hard to do here. So let's just do grape, cherry, and orange. And they're going to combine those, and they're going to have a certain amount of popsicles to work with here, correct? Alright, and then we'll have our popsicles. Then we're going to take whatever we end up with popsicle-wise, and we're going to sell each 1/8 for some money. So we're going to kind of take that, and each 1/8 we're going to try to sell. So I'm going to kind of draw that like this. We're going to start dividing it into 1/8 pieces. Okay, so that's the idea, right? So let me put my numbers back, and let's see what we can make of that. One more. Okay, here we go. So they need to make $45 each, so I'm going to go ahead and write that in. Cameron needs $45, Cam. And Marco needs $45. Marco. And let's start making the popsicles. So grape, we have 4/8 of a tray. Cherry, we have 3 5/8 of a tray. And orange, we have 2 1/8 of a tray. And I guess I need to see how many popsicles we have all together now. So I need to add 4/8 plus 3 5/8 plus 2 1/8 to see my total popsicles. So again, I prefer the model. If you prefer a different way, number line or anything else, that's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4/8 grape, 3 5/8 cherry. I'm just going to do quick 1, 2, 3 holes, and 5/8 I'm going to go ahead and put 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Did I do that right? 4/8, 3 5/8. Yes, I did. And then 2 1/8 orange. 1, 2, and 1 more eighth of orange, and boom, there's my popsicles. So they all together, popsicles wise, looks like they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 whole trays and 2/8 of a tray. So they've got 6 and 2/8 trays of popsicles. So now, this is the kind of the newest part. They think they can sell each eighth of a tray for $2. So let's think about what that means. They think they can sell each eighth of a tray for $2. I'm kind of glad I used the model strategy here. I'm going to kind of move this out of the way a little bit because I did a lot of it. I'm just at this last part now. I want to have some more space. They think they can sell each eighth of a tray for $2. So when I start to look at that in my model, like it's easy to see here. It's like $2 for each eighth. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Each popsicle, I guess, they're going to sell for $2. And I need to see if they're going to make enough money. So it's harder to see how much money they're going to make off my whole trays because they're not divided into eighths. So I could divide them into eighths and count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That still seems kind of like a lot to do. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what I'm really going to do, I'm going to look at one of them and assume the same thing's going to happen. So like if I look at this tray, if they can make $2 8 times from this tray, they can make $16 from this tray. And then the same thing's going to happen here, 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 and here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one. 6 trays, they're going to make $16 each. So they're going to make 6 times 16 plus these other 4. But let me do that first. 16 times 6. That is 60. And 6 times 6 is 36. And so they're going to make, did I do that right? That seems too high. 16. Yeah, I did. $96 per tray. I'm sorry, not per tray. $96 total. From these 6 trays, they're going to make $96. And then don't forget they're also going to make this other 4. So they're going to make $100 from their popsicles. That's a nice amount. And so, will they make enough to go on the trip if they sell all their popsicles? So they're going to make $100 from their popsicles. And looking here, I haven't calculated how much they need, but I can tell that it's less than $100 because they both need to make less than $50. So, if they make $100 and altogether they don't quite need $100, then yes, they will have a good time on your trip, guys. Good idea to sell these popsicles. I hope you sell them all. And in fact, they could probably not quite sell them all and still get to go because they're going to make more than they need. Folks, I am out of time. That is how you think about and then calculate multi-step add and subtract fraction problems. They are complicated. So please, 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 if you zoned out or tuned out or didn't quite pay attention or just didn't quite understand, please go back and check out the I do and or the we do again so that you come to class really ready to go to tackle these toughest problems. See ya then.